UConn gets a near 30-point victory over Villanova in the semifinals to reach the championship game. But Villanova kept this one close, Meg. What was your biggest takeaway from this game overarching? There was a lot to take away from it.
There was a lot to take away, Chelsea. But you know what? It's not supposed to be. It's not always going to be easy, you know. And teams aren't just going to roll over when they play UConn. I love Villanova's grit. I love the way they competed. They're well coached. They've gotten tremendously better throughout the course of this season. So they kept it close to halftime, and then UConn just, I think, wore them down over the course of the game.
Yeah, at one point it was a one-point game. We were talking about Maddie Weber, who had 11 in the first quarter. She only averages like 13 points per game, so they definitely put forth a great effort. Another player who put forth a great effort is Paige Bueckers. She had a bit of a takeover in the second quarter. We've talked about this a lot, about that she needs to take over in certain games and be that player for them. What have you seen from her in these first couple games in the tournament?
There's just a different vibe with Paige Bueckers right now. Yeah. She's taking over. She knows the end is near, and she wants to leave her college career on the right note. And you can just tell there's just something different about the way she's playing, the aggressiveness with which she's playing. I haven't seen this focus on her in the last, how many years has she been here? About 6, 7, 8, what?
And she knows that the time is now, like you were just mentioning. 23 points from her, 20 of them in the first half to get UConn this win. Thanks, Meg. Coach, what did you learn about your team in this game as far as how important defense is to ultimately achieving your goals?
Yeah, there's a way that we play that allows us to be successful. And it's not just go out there and make a bunch of threes. You know, as I said, you saw that last night. Sometimes they don't go in. And you've got to, you know, I've always said our defense has to give us a chance to win every single game that we play. And then, you know, how much we win by depends on how many shots go in. But if you don't have that, like today, you know, we didn't play really great defensively in the first half. And we scored 47 points. And it looked like the score was tied, you know. So the second half, you know, it was a reminder. Let's put it that way. It's a reminder of who we are, what makes us good.
Yeah. Paige took the game over a bit in the second quarter. Is this what we all should expect from Paige in the playoffs? Is this what you expect from her at this point in the season and in her career?
Yeah, I mean, I would think. I think last year, you know, she was getting 30 points a game in this tournament and then the NCAA tournament, and felt like that's what I need to do. So she didn't need to get 30 tonight. She didn't need to get 30 last night. And she might have to get 30 tomorrow night. I don't know. But I think having Sarah, who we didn't have last year, having AZ, who we didn't have last year, all of a sudden, you know, there's more that you can spread around. So maybe it takes a little bit of that pressure off for her. But I still like when she decides, you know, to be aggressive like that.
Speaking of Sarah, I mean, we can talk about Sarah until the cows come home, but in the past 2 games in total, she's grabbed 30 rebounds. Mm-hmm. How abnormal is it to see a freshman performing at this level night in and night out?
Yeah. There's just the level of play that she has that, you know, we see it every day in practice. And sometimes you wonder how did that rebound end up in her hands, you know? And she's so quick off the floor, and her hands are just she's incredibly gifted with great hands. She catches everything. Nothing, you know, nothing slips through her hands. And that's a God-given thing that she has, and she's tremendous at it. As I said over there earlier, I thought there'd be like a learning curve. You know, it's going to take a while for her to fit in, and there hasn't been. I mean, the first game, it started like this, and it's just kept going, you know. Really unusual for a freshman, right? Yeah. So let's hope it lasts another month.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chelsea.